Hey, thanks for tuning in. We got a great show for you tonight. We got John Pennisi on. You all know who John is. He's a former Lucchese soldier, and he has a show with Tom, NBA and the Buttonman, and he has sit down news. And John's a good friend of mine, and we're really excited to have him on today. So hopefully we'll have a nice discussion with John. But we're gonna come back to John in a minute. We're just coming back from COVID. Nicole and I, praise God,
Yes.
and Paulie's feeling good, right, Paulie?
Yep, I'm feeling fine.
Paulie's doing good. But before we start anything tonight, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. We have some products up on the website on BobbyLuisi.com. T-shirts, cups, hoodies, baseball caps, masks, a few different things, Also, what I'm doing right now is I started a membership page on YouTube. It's only $4.99 a month. And why we're doing this is because it's very expensive for this production. We're not really looking to make money, but we'd like for it to pay for itself, wouldn't we? I think that would help. And any way you could support the show, it would be great if you went up.
I said, well, why don't we find him and kill him? I mean, that's what that life was about, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's just the way it goes that back then, right? So, and he, got off us. The other guy picked the shirt up, right? And left, kidding around. I took him outside and gave him a tongue lashing. I could have picked my shirt up too. I said, don't ever let him, this asshole,
Yeah.
let you disrespect yourself. I said, because you see, John, I could pick my shirt up too. It's not about picking the shirt up.
Right.
Don't, you're getting crazy. I'm only kidding around. I said, that's not a joke to me, because don't let this asshole come over like that. And I know you're trying to play a game. It's not about picking a shirt. We can pick our shirt, take our clothes off if we want. So anyway, I go to the skipper's house, not that guy, but the old timer who I loved. And I used to sit with him for 2 hours, and hear him talk. I used to laugh and he'd tell you stories. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
They told me to come there to say hello. And Bobby, I go and pick my younger daughter up because I was always taking her from Staten Island to bring her back to Long Island. That was my weekend. But when I go, and you'll know what I'm talking about, when I go into this house, I see a bunch of guys crewed up in there. They don't know I'm coming with my little daughter, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also walking in there, Bobby. I don't have a dirty stomach.
Right.
If you're guilty of doing something, you might not make an excuse not to go over there to this
Exactly.
guy's house.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? So, but I go there, and when I walk in, I'm saying, wow, I didn't know, what are all these guys doing here, right? And he don't greet me, but when I sit down, he pushes his chair all the way close to me, and I move even a little closer, because I'm I'm just innocent, And I put my hey Dom, hey, and he says to me, "Let me ask you a question, not hello, not kiss me hello. Hey, let me ask you a question. You know what the rats are on my case?" So I laughed, and I Dom, how, like, in other words, like, Dom, how you feeling? He's got oxygen and everything else. He was just on a bail. It's Dom, how you feeling? Like, first, let's how you feeling, right? Yeah, I'm all right. Anyway, you know who? And he goes into that again, and so I laugh. I said, Dom, I got to tell you the truth. I know you got pinched. I heard it on the news or whatever it is. I don't even know what your charges are, let alone who the rats are in your case. What are you asking me for? And I'm innocently telling him that because that's the truth. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, he makes small talk and all of that, right? And anyway, I leave my daughter, and I never think anything bad. I don't think this is only after what I find out later. Thinking back, I'm saying to myself, what were they gonna do if I don't come? Like I come in there without my daughter, maybe I don't leave that house. Maybe they shoot me in my
That's
head. I said,
possible.
you know what I mean? And the worst part is what comes out in the end. So from there, I just feel like something's wrong, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, I just say like maybe, you know, he's an old timer. He was up there, maybe like 80 or 81. Maybe he's losing his mind a little bit, you know, oxygen. That was he asking me about the rats in his case. You know, I don't know. I laughed it off.
Yeah.
His wife winds up passing away. His wife winds up passing away. I go to the wake. Now, you've been to wakes, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, these wakes are not only we're going to show respect to who it's for, we're meeting, we're gathering, we're doing business, we're talking about business. There's other guys from other crew, a whole, you know, the God is there. Some other guys from other families there, and you know, you get to see people and meet people, but everybody is always what very friendly and respectful.
Yeah.
And plus, this is all our people. I walk into this wake, Bobby, like I had the plague. And I'm saying, what the fuck is, and I'm trying to think in my head, did I say something and maybe somebody took it as a disrespect? What the hell could I have done? I can't even figure out like, why are they acting? Guys are saying hello, walking away from me and treating me like I got the plague.
Yeah.
And, and now I'm saying something's wrong, but I don't, once again, if your stomach is dirty, what are you going to say? Oh my God, they know they so we're onto something. Let me
Right.
get the hell. Nothing. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to like say, did I maybe say something to somebody and they took it the wrong way, or maybe forgot to say hello to somebody? Like I don't know what it is, but I know something's wrong. I leave that wake, and the agents get a surveillance picture of me. I can show it to you. And the agents get a surveillance picture of me, and you know how to say a picture tells 1,000 words. You could see that my face as I'm leaving that wake, that my head's down and my mind is going like I cannot figure out, and I feel horrible because, you know, if I did something, and I'll tell you, if I did something, then I should have been in the street, laying in the street. You know, that's the way the should leave me. That's the way the life was. But I couldn't understand what it was. So I now on myself right away. I go right away, get a pistol, and now I'm walking around on high alert because something's not right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to one of the closest guys I got very close to, that kind of was like jockeying for positions with me, because don't forget we were transitioning, and I, you know, not to brag, but I definitely would outshine him.
Yeah.
And his own crew would like favored me. He would remind me on a daily basis, you know, he's with me, yeah, you don't have to keep telling me that. I know who they're with. His own guys loved me because I treated them as equals. Like he looked down at them, which, you know, some guys do. I treated them as equals, right? I go to him and I said, something's going on. And I got the pistol. I said, something's going on. I'm telling you. Whoa, why? What are you crazy? I said, no. I'm telling you. I said, I'm going to tell you what. His name is Patty. I said, we met in like a bar restaurant. I says, I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to put my head on this table. You go make calls. Let them go anywhere, because something's not right. Let them go reach out to anywhere in New York, Jersey, wherever they got to go, and let somebody come back here and say something about me or something that I did or anything. Blow my brains out at this table. That's what this is COSA NOSTRA. Blow my brains out here.
Yeah.
There's something that I did, or somebody has something to say about me. And if they do, they should bring it to me, right?
Right.
What are you, crazy, talking like that? It's nothing. It's not. Well, there is something going on. And he tried to say there's nothing going on. And I knew there's something going on. So I said to him, which is understandable, I said, I'm going to tell you something, Patty. From this day on, tell nobody, don't even approach me to say hello to me, because I'm going to light them up, because I know something's going on.
Yeah.
You know, I knew something. Now I'm thinking back about, wait a minute, I walked into this guy's house to go say, I was told to go there, go say hello, you know, see how he's feeling. And there's a crew of guys there waiting there. You know, what if I didn't bring my daughter? So now I'm starting to, you know, I know something. So now what I do is I go home and I was always, they call it paranoid, I call it being smart. I always did like kind of counter surveillance. I would go drive around my house. I'm
Right.
looking for the agents, right? I'm looking for them laying on me. And I went driving around. I don't see nothing. So I'm gonna pull in my driveway and I said, you know what? Let me go take a ride down the block. I want to just see what's going on that end. And I see a car not aligned right, like a little sticking out. Sure enough, now guys have made comments and said, "Oh, this guy, that was probably the FBI. He got paranoid." Well, I'm going to tell you. So the driver has a baseball hat on, and he turns his head, which is good. But the passenger takes the hat and puts it over his face. To me, that means I know you. I don't know the FBI agent. The
Yeah,
FBI agents look the other way.
yeah.
If I approach them, they're not going to say
Like
who
that.
they are.
Yeah.
I I drive past them and I'm going to make a U-turn, and now I'm going to drive past them. Now I'm going to shoot into their car because I know they're not agents. I know they're not cops. They're not organized crime task force. No way, right? One of the neighbors with his daughter goes walking. This is in the daytime. Was walking right past there, and I'm saying, I can't do it because God forbid, I'm not doing that, right?
Yeah.
They pull out. I have like an 80-mile-an-hour because they pulled out, made a U-turn, and I spun around again. And now I'm chasing them through Levittown, Long Island. And I had asked this Gary Jenkins, who was an organized crime guy, organized crime task force. I've asked agents. They said, we identify ourselves. We're never going to let you do all of that.
Right.
Often people start throwing shots at us. We're going to identify ourselves at that time, right?
Yep.
It's true. In Italian, my lamp just fell. Right? You know that. It just fell.
I can see the shadow.
All right. Just while I'm saying that. That's what we say is true in Italian, right?
Oh,
So now I'm going crazy because now I got them laying on my house, right?
yeah.
I had one more incident happen. I almost killed a UPS guy. I had he came down my alley at the walkway by my house, and I had one of those motion lights, and it was a little slow.
Yeah.
Bobby, I seen the shadow. I got the pistol and everything, and the light comes on, and he goes to look at that little pad. They scan the thing, and I put the pistol. And by the time he looks up, I see he's got the uniform on, and on my heart, boom, 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 boom. He don't even know what was going to happen to him. And who are we looking for? Oh, that's in the front, not by me back here. You got the wrong house over here. And who walks up behind them is my son. Now my son's all my son. And I come in the house. Now he sees me with the pistol. What are you doing? And I can't explain so much to him, but I explain enough where he, forget the kid lost me for 17 years of his life. He said, please, Dad, you gotta leave here. You're gonna kill somebody's gonna kill you, you gotta leave. But I go to one more meeting with this guy. Actually, I have two meetings. I go to this Patty again, the one I said put my head on the table and go call around. And I said to him, I want a meeting with this other guy, the skipper, who I think is his nephew in the car. Right? I think I know who's in the car. And I tell him, look, I'm telling you, Patty, I don't know nobody approach me, and that's it. That's right. I'm carrying a pistol, and that's it. And I'm going to hurt somebody because I'm going to take it like they hurt me. He turns around. Don't forget, I'm closest to him, and he makes a statement. I don't correct him, but it's a bad statement. He says, "I know. I told them that they got to use shotguns on you." So that meant you had a conversation of how to kill me, and said he's walking around strapped up. This kid, you got to use shotguns.
You gotta go heavy. Yeah,
you're one of my closest friends. So he don't realize what he tells me, but I don't say nothing. I just looked and I said, I can't believe what he just told me that. Then I go meet the skipper, who I think it's his nephew, right? And you're gonna agree with this. So I meet him. He sets up the place to meet, and it's his place. And it's like a lounge. So I get there early because I want to clock and go around and clock the place and see what's going on. And it's all got tinted windows. And I'm saying, I ain't going to this place. Right. but I'm there early. And then I said, let me go take a ride in the back because you were able to go around the block and pull in through the back entrances, right?
Yeah.
And I see a bunch of cars by one back door, and I count the stores. I go around the block and I count. Sure enough, it's that place where the cars are in the back. So I said, forget it. I'm going to leave and tell him I got like a flat tire. I can't make it. His name was Joe. I go to turn around. Hey, buddy, you got here early. He pulls up. Mercedes pulls up. He pulls up. So I said, yeah. Now my jacket's hanging down on one side, right? I got the pistol. I don't care. I got a leather jacket. My jacket's hanging down on this side, hanging all the way down. So he's getting out of the car, and I'm going to tell him if he says, hey, let's go in this place. I'm going to say, you know what? I'd rather go for a walk, right? Because I didn't want to go in there. And there's a cafe next door. He's, come on, let's go get a little espresso. All right. So I feel a little better. We're going in there. There's a girl behind the counter. It's a wide open spot. And we're sitting there. And now he don't greet me. Now, you know that. He doesn't greet me hello, right? So we sit down. He's staring at my jacket when I'm, he's watching me. He knows I got a pistol on me. Now, as you are a former friend in that life, right? You had a position in a life. You tell me. I tell him, I said, Joe, I'm going to tell you something. This is what happened over here. I think it's your nephew. And this is why I think it's your nephew. And if I catch your nephew on my block, I'm going to leave your nephew on my block. Now, what he's supposed to say as a brother in that life, he's supposed to say, I'll tell you what, if I hear my nephew's on your block, I'm going to leave him there too, right?
Yeah.
You know what he tells me? Now, don't forget who I am. I'm a friend, and I'm also with this Bagada, and he's Capo Regime with another crew, but we're the same. We're brothers, right?
Yeah.
He says, well, that's not going to go good for you. And that's when I knew you're no longer looking at me as a friend anymore, because you're not supposed to say that about a civilian sitting on a friend's house, whether it's your son, your nephew, or whoever it is. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, right?
No, you're 100% right.
So I know my problem is bigger than I even think it is, because I still don't know what it is. And so what happens is that I leave, I listen to my son, and I pack up. I tell him, you put the stuff in storage. And my mother didn't believe, my mother thought I was paranoid. Believe it or not, she admitted it later until I left. I started headed to Georgia. I went to Savannah, Georgia, because what wise guy goes over there, right? So the next day, my mother calls me up crying. You know why? She says, there were cars coming by, guys in cars, because they were still looking for me. She said, I seen them. They came in a truck, and other two guys in the car. She seen him. And she was crying, saying, I doubted you. I go there. Now I start getting the message. Now I stood down there about 2 months, right?
Yeah.
And now they're trying to reach out for me and all that. And now I get the frantic messages, because during that time frame, Bobby, what do these guys on the case, what do their lawyers start getting? Discovery.
Right.
I'm not in the discovery. I have to be in the discovery. I'm not in the discovery.
Yep.
And the reason is that he puts my name out there because he wants to save his brother, because the power shifted and his brother's going to get clipped. Right. Yeah. So he saves his brother. But the problem is, I'm not on the discovery. Here's where they make me wrong. All right. So now in that life, when they call for you, you have to come, right? I'm refusing to come now, because I'm saying, you disrespected me. You sent people to my house.
Right.
And in that life, not now, but in that life, my mind frame was I should wake up, pick up the paper, and see my skipper splattered all over the street for putting the wire out on me.
Yeah.
Because it's
right.
false. Yeah. That's COSA NOSTRA, right? Yeah. That's the way that life is. And I've said it, I'll say it again. If Carlo Gambino's time, when he was the boss and he was alive and he had that Bagada, his own Bagada, if one of his guys put a false rumor, a wire without paperwork, and there was nothing there, and then they get discovery and that guy's name isn't there, what happens to the guys?
Carlo would have clipped him.
There you go. And that was my reasoning for not coming in.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't go to the government. I didn't go. So now I go to another state, try and make it. I can't make it there. I got to come back. When I come back, I send a message. I don't go run to the government. I send a message to the acting boss. Said, listen, I know you've been calling for me. I'm not coming in. I know there's no walking away. I'm not coming in. And this mistake is not my mistake. This is your mistake. This is your mistake, not my mistake. No, nobody got to worry about me. I hope you never see the inside of a prison cell. I hope you make millions of dollars. Leave me alone. I'm going on my own. Leave me alone. I know there's no, and I know that I understand the rules, right? But that's my message.
Yeah.
He sends a message back, basically saying, we could have had you. We know you were working in the city. I thought you first of all, you were wrong. You know what you're supposed to do? Shelf me. You save face. You know you're wrong. I'm done. I'm never going to trust you again, right?
Yeah.
Shelf me.
Yeah.
No. What do? They tell me, yeah, don't worry about it. Go about your life, and hunt me down like a dog for 8 months. But I don't go when they start hunting me and I start chasing guys with a pistol, their own guys, and chasing them all the way, right? Because one of the mistakes that they made was this guy, Patty, when I had to I told him, Patty, I had to chase a car. Well, we didn't do it. But then in the conversation, what does he ask me? What kind of car was it? What do you care if it was a big green bus, right? You didn't send it. You didn't send the car. And I tell him it was Nissan, a black Nissan, and had a sticker on the back. Do you know why he's asking me what kind of car it is? Because not only did they send it, but the idiots that they sent never told them he chased us with a pistol. They probably said we couldn't see him. We didn't see him. They don't want to embarrass themselves. So now they know, hey, he told us, and he tells us what kind of car you were driving, so it was used, and he definitely chased. That's why. That's why they asked that. So I don't go. I try to. So now I'm moving. Don't forget what it costs to move out of state, come back. Now I'm getting an apartment. Now I'll have to move out of that apartment because they track me to that apartment. Now I have to go move to another apartment. I don't go to the law. I don't. People say, you wasn't. I like Vlad on a thing, because I couldn't tell really this whole story, but pieces of it. Oh, you were no gangster. You were no tough guy. Really, what did I do? I went and armed myself, got a pistol by myself, and was chasing the guys that the mob sent to me away, chasing them in the street.
Vlad said this to you?
I chased them. What?
Vlad said that?
No, not Vlad. The viewers. You know.
The viewers. Oh,
yeah, you wasn't no tough guy. You wasn't no gangster. You wasn't that. But the bottom line was, I didn't go to the government 8 months.
Yeah.
And then, and you know the story. And then after how many times am I going to move? And those, you know how much money it keeps costing. Move. And I'm under my name.
I know.
And at that point, somebody else came to me, a cousin of mine, and I didn't listen to him. And then my son comes to me because I'm literally walking with my little daughter, not as a shield, to pick her up high so that anybody, God forbid's laying around, sees I got a kid with me.
Yeah.
They throw a shot, and this is getting crazy. And and not only they're sending gangs, blood. They're sending bloods. I'm in a pearly white neighborhood. There's a guy with dreadlocks and a red. I'm saying, I can't even believe it. I'm chasing these guys. It's insanity what's happening. At my job in Manhattan, on down 7th Avenue, I'm chasing 5, 6 black guy bloods in the street that they sent.
We have to keep. We're gonna have to come back and talk more about this because I think the story's fascinating.
Yeah,
right, Paulie.
Oh,
I mean,
incredible.
Wow, what a show this is gonna be.
Yeah.
This is great. When can we do the show again, my friend?
Well, for me, for you, I'm available.
Yeah, I know. I want to pick this up right away. I want to finish because I know they're going to want to hear all of this.
So many similar stories too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, what a story. This is the best one so far.
Yeah, a
By
lot of
far.
similar stories too.
And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I mean, this show was awesome. And please, John, you got to come back.
Yeah, anytime.
I got to hear the rest of this story because you got
Oh,
me.
it's good because we left a little cliffhanger.
Yeah. You would have left me at the edge of my seat. And Nicole and Paulie are here, but they want to hear the rest of it too.
Oh my God, the woman stand.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry that you had to hear all this.
No, don't be. Honestly,
she's around me. What are you doing?
I'm not easily impressed. I'm impressed by you. I can't wait to hear the next part.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. All right, my brother. Thank you so much for coming on. And I'm gonna put this up right away as soon as I can. And hopefully we can come back and do this again next week.
Anytime, yeah, anytime.
All right. Thank you so much, Sean, for coming on, brother.
All right,
Thank
Bob.
you, Johnny.
Thanks, Sean.
All
Thank
right.
you, brother.